Welcome to another segment of Lousje and Bean Behind the Scene. This is another house tour of Lousje and Clan's house. Welcome, lovelies. I am beyond excited. So many of you asked and we held off because we really wanted to show you the difference. So for you newbies on our site, we did probably 3 or 4 Lousje talks on the house tours. And we did it from the start when it was really down to the studs. It was a house that hadn't been looked at for years. Anyway, it's from 1823, this back part. The front was built on later, 1868, something like that. And we are really making a little jewel out of it. In October, it's been 2 years since we bought it. Of course, a reconstruction didn't start right away. There was a lot of planning involved. Anyway, it's been a long time. We put a lot of effort into it. We've really loved every minute, but now we are done. We want to move in. So it's almost there. I'm going to show you the backyard. Usually we started the other tours, we started by the front door, but this is the kitchen door. And we had to put in a new door because the original was not to be salvaged. We did add this window in the dining room / Clan's office, and I always showed it from the inside. Now this is the outside. The landscapers, I can't say enough about them. They have done an amazing job so far and worked in extreme heat and kept on working. So much to be done because it's a difficult property. There was never any water management done. And so the back of the house, the foundation was rotten. We had to replace it, and lots of added things, right, that you start to discover when you do a huge reno like this. So where can I start? First of all, we had to make so many choices. The choices of the bricks, the choices of the pathway, the steps, the kitchen door, the handles, the doors. A lot of you have done renos and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So at one point I said, do not ask me anything anymore. I can't make any decisions. But we had a lot of fun picking this out. This wasn't so hard. I loved every minute of it. So we tried to do like a rough stone for the patio, and I really like it. This is a little bit in the shade. It's a lovely tree from our neighbors. And this is a cast line, so we're going to put a little barbecue here. Going to make a cover for this ugly contraption, a nice little wooden box. And then the patio will go further out. We're going to put a little round table, I think, with a few chairs, because we might eat here or have a coffee in the morning, what have you, right? Going to make it a cute little sitting area. And the pathway to the front of the house will be all in the similar bricks and leading to the front. Now the front design is also amazing. They haven't started it yet. That's a whole different view for you to look forward to watch. Let me take you to the backyard. So here I am in this beautiful patio that is coming off the sliding doors. Lousje's room, or I don't want to call it Lousje's room, it sounds ridiculous. I'm going to call it the studio. So there was a summer kitchen attached to our neighbor's house. This is a semi, right? And this was almost falling down. So we decided to take it off and made this beautiful board and batten wall and this beautiful patio. I adore it. And then you will see the picture. This was like a jungle. It was never looked after for I don't know how many years. There were all kinds of wild things growing, and there was a few nice things, but you have to say at one point, okay, take it all out, we're starting from scratch. We put in a new fence between our neighbors. This was a whole hedge of Rose of Sharon. I'm not a big fan of Rose of Sharon. It's for sure, it's pretty, the flowers and stuff, but it was spotty. It had no privacy. So we built this fence. I think the landscapers did an amazing job. It's a beautiful fence. Still, the poles have to be cut and capped. They put in a new chain link fence because it was completely rusted out. So that looks now almost like there's no fence, which I like. And then we plan to have a pond right underneath the little Japanese maple, but we can't do it. As you can see, our neighbor's property is much higher than ours, and the landscapers, and this of course is much higher. So we would have problems with things shifting and like basically a little mudslide for better words. So I'm not that sad actually that we can't have it, because a pond is a lot of work. Like there's a lot of trees, so we would need to fish out leaves all the time and stuff. So I really like this. We didn't know what to do. Clan made this design of this retaining wall just to separate the level of high and low. And I like this because we also designed this on purpose. So when you have a lot of people can sit here on the wall. And of course we're gonna have a nice sitting area with an umbrella because the sun is on here all day. Eventually I think we will have an awning. Haven't decided exactly on that, but I am just thrilled so far. So the rest, what you see, what is dirt, I'm going to do ground cover. I don't want any lawn. And then the rest I will fill in with beds of flowers and shrubs and what have you. I really love the bridal veil that is covering the fence. And it will start to bloom soon. I think it always blooms middle of August till well into the fall. Pretty little white flowers. So I'm going to take you up a little. We really wanted all the pathways being flagstone like this because it is, to me, authentic to the era. And they did a great job going to the little, I love that little Hansel and Gretel little house, I call it. And I will have all my garden stuff in there. It's a perfect little garden shed. It was here in the property, of course, so it remained. They took out a few dead trees in the back, so it opened it up a little. But okay, to go back to the flagstone, they did a great job. But then we wanted it all the way going to the front, the pathway, and they advised against it because, very smart, this won't be that highly traveled, but that one will. And this is very uneven, right? You can easily fall. And as it settles too, there's all these rough corners, and if you walk in your barefoot, not a good idea. So we've changed to the block pavers that we've used for the patio, for the whole walkway there. These are the two of the 3 trees that Glenn gifted me for my birthday. We have watered them, of course, thoroughly, and they survived and they're thriving. They're going to be beautiful shade trees because we need a lot of shade here. There was still 1 tree left, that was a yellow magnolia. We're going to plant it in front of the kitchen window and the dining room window so we can see it bloom. So what they did for us now is they put on a whole layer of topsoil, quite a large layer because the soil apparently here is not very good. Besides that, we needed new soil. And then a huge layer of mulch, which I'm really happy about. Once we are settled in the house, late September, I will start planting already because you can. I will also transplant stuff from my old garden. And I'm really looking forward to that. Give it a good start already for the spring. I just want to point out that this is, don't look at the toilet, please. Just don't think and pretend it's not there. It was in the house. It's apparently an authentic toilet, not from the 1800s because they had a privy or an outhouse, but one of the first toilets. Glenn is in love with it. He's going to scrub it clean, and then we are going to put it back in the house, depending on how it comes out. If I don't like it, it's not going in. Anyway, this is going to be our fire pit, and this was a little housewarming gift. So I'm excited about this. I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're going to do the leftover flagstone, make a little round circle. And already when you're up here, it's very nice and windy actually. It's a hot day today. Okay, lovelies, let's go into the house. Okay, lovelies, downstairs we can't show you. 2 lovely men working that are putting the cabinets in the building cases for the living room and the dining room, so we don't want to disturb them. We leave that for another day. Anyway, we're upstairs and all the floors are taped over because the painters are hard at work. I just want to point out this skylight. It's an absolute miracle. Every time I see it, it's like somebody switched the light on. So excited about it. So the painters, let me tell you a little bit about the painters, Dave. Everything is primed. All the ceilings have been done in Schoolhouse White from Farrow and Ball, which is the paint we're using. I have so much fun with that paint. And then the master bedroom is painted. So I'll show you. So lovelies, this is the master bedroom. I am in love with the colors. I wanted a quiet feel, serene. The color of the wall is pen noir and the trim is French crepe. Absolutely love it. All the floors you can't see, but it is a dark wood. Not too dark, but dark. And it's the same as the living room and the dining room downstairs. And we made all the rooms top of that floor the same flooring. So beautiful. We have two beautiful windows. The original windows that Glenn and I restored, right? Can't wait to clean them. So I'm gonna make some nice long curtains because that's what they had in those days. So lovely, this is our ensuite. It's not big, but it's lovely. I am also I'm in love with a lot of things, mostly with Glenn. I love this tiling. It's just absolutely lovely. We're having the two sinks here and the vanities. So I went for a soft blue with the bathroom. The floor is the little black and white circles. I have two pieces of art that I like to bring in here. And I'm going to pick a color that's in the art that is going to be painted. Whatever is here, vanity, bookshelves, all needs to be painted, right? So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be quite, wow, I'm excited. So this is the walk-in closet. The trim has been painted, I see. Needs another coat. Never had a walk-in closet. Can't wait to start using it. So lovelies, come. This is the washer dryer, stacked. These are shelves for little doodads for pertaining to the laundry. This is going to be stained white. Hopefully keep the roughness of it, but stained white. And then this is the guest bathroom, ensuite. I picked the same tile, but it's the green. This little corner unit is going right here. And the walls, I have my plan here. The walls are going to be calamine. The floor that you cannot see is a little darker. I would say it's a salmon color, also tiles. Beautiful. I will have plants on the shelves. This will be painted a dark green, and I'll show you what dark green I'm going to paint it. So this is a lovely, lovely room. This is so peaceful. I feel like I'm in, I don't know, in the south somewhere with this gorgeous tree that our guests will look at. The wall color, fabulous. This was my plan. I wanted to make an accent wall in this green. I did change my mind because I like accent walls, but this is not a big room. Sometimes it boxes you in, right? I have paint left over, this green, and that's what the vanity in the guest bathroom is going to be painted. Okay, we're going to the back house. We are very happy that the air has been installed just last week. So it's too bad that the floors are taped up because of the paint, but so we went with a different floor here. This is a final floor, kind of an industrial look, right? So for you that have seen the house tours many times, you're familiar with all this. This is a storage room. And so the painters haven't been here yet, except for priming, right? This is going to be Glenn's room for all his files. And he's just gonna make shelves all around. This is a roughed-in bathroom. This was a bathroom, very rough looking. We took everything out, of course, but it's all set up for, say, a family moves in later. They can just put everything here to make a beautiful bathroom. Actually, it's quite nice size. And then this is the famous Lousje's sewing room, Lousje's workroom. So I am thrilled. I can't wait to put my industrial machines against this wall. I will have lots of shelves for my fabrics, my little doodahs, my notions and stuff. Yeah, I will be really looking forward to sitting here. It's a great feel. We put in the 3 skylights, which are a game changer, of course. This we were going to really use as a storage room too. Then we said it's so dark, let's put skylights in. We did, and now it transformed in a room where you want to be. You want to live here, you want to do something here. So I have a very interesting color palette. This is the inside of the skylights are going to be citron. The lower wall on the bottom is going to be this charcoal gray, and the rest white. And I can't wait, it will be fabulous. So this is a beautiful window to our backyard. You can really see the shape of it. It's just gorgeous. I love, love, love it. So nice big windowsill for my plants. I will have more plants than I could look after. This turned into a gorgeous room unexpectedly. We used the old doors. Most of the time we used the old doors. I would say 95%. I love this crackle speckle look still, but of course it needed to be painted. We have a lot of the original locks. For instance, this one too. And like in cases like this, the locks have been cleaned and sanded and oiled and have to be put in. We really try to use as much of the house that came out. So let's go to the attic, lovelies. So this needs still a lot of, love and care. It will happen in the next few weeks. We need a railing to go up. We need a railing on the top. We still need a permit from the city, a move-in permit. They will come and check everything again. But since it's Glenn's work, he's pretty sure we will pass with flying colors. But those things need to be installed before we can call them in. Okay, lovely, so this is our amazing attic that used to be a spooky, scary thing. Oh, it was awful. And then again, we decided to do a few little things. First of all, the original window was remade to the original look. They did such a beautiful job that we said we need to do something with this room. So we put in the skylights again, game changer. The grandkids are now all fighting over that they want to sleep in this room. I'm going to put a bed here with an armoire and for extra sleepers, right? These are all my finds from Marketplace. Glenn ran them all up the stairs because we wanted to keep them safe. We need so many lights in this house, as you can understand. And oh my God, some of them are treasures. Can't wait to put them up. Look at this one. This is unbelievable. Love. I think this one's going in the dining room above the table. Okay, the air is not getting up here, which we can really feel. So I think we need to put a little window air conditioner in this window. So this is where the railing has to come, so nobody can fall down, right? So lovelies, this was the house tour of Lousje and Bean, and the next one I think will be when the house is all painted, but furniture not in yet, because I think that is interesting, right? Then you see maybe the lights, but not the furniture. So hope you liked it, and we will do another one. We are all thrilled with what has transpired here. It's really a little jewel. Okay, lovelies, as always, keep on smiling.